everybody, Uncle Davey here. I spent the whole day playing Diablo 4 just to finish the event, and it's cool because the Berserk thing is going on. But it was kind of a boring event, but I'm playing the Blood Wave build like I said I was going to. Because I'll show you. It's just the Blood Wave. It's like that. Pick up the orbs to reset cooldown, then Blood Wave again. This Torment 4. I finished the season journey. Season journey is complete. I didn't do all. This is just kind of a hassle, but it's complete. You don't have to complete 5 out of 7. I did all. It was kind of hard to see from here. You could tell that these were complete because it's like green and shaded out. But these I couldn't tell because it's just the some of the words are green, and then these are the ones I completed. Uh, I didn't do these two. This was probably the hardest one, Lilith, using Belial's Bane, just because Lilith is just like a pain in the butt to beat. Every season they change how her fight is a little bit, and this time they add in like 10 immunity phases, so you can't just one shot her like you usually can. And then most of her attacks do nothing, and then she has all these one shots. And because I'm used to just one shotting her, so to skip all the mechanics, all she does is just she has like 10 phases now, and then all her attacks are like one shots that you have to avoid, and I don't know the mechanics that well, but it's also because I have a bad computer, so it lags a little bit. So I lag for a millisecond and I just die. And then I can't even get to her second phase. She goes through like the 5 mini phases, and then she goes to like a major phase where she transforms, and then do like another 5 mini phases, and then all this stuff are like one shots. It's annoying. I killed her on Torment 1 to get the Resplendent Spark. And this one's just kind of a hassle. You have to. I don't have a very good. I'm doing Bloodlet, which is more of a bossing build instead of clearing build, so it's difficult to get the 200 unless I get like one of the Spire thing that just spawn monsters constantly. But I did the other ones. This one was okay. The Endera one's kind of the most annoying one. Her fight in general just sucks. This was my first. It's actually my first season, actually, first time killing in Duriel, because she's just such an annoying boss to fight. The pit's easy. The 758 you have to get lucky with the run, with a 10 wave run to get that one. With like a bunch of the vampire hunters and more vampire hunters and more like elites drop extra and the vampire hunters drop extra. Belial's not too bad. He's almost the same as the last one. Open 10 torture gifts, not easy, but or it's easy. And the new Berserk thing, it's kind of stupid. You have to kill like bosses or elite demons, and I mean the demons have like a small chance to drop, and then the elites have a higher chance to drop, and then bosses all drop like one, and you need like 500, I think. You need one, two, three, four, five. You need 500. It is annoying as crap. I got 150, and it took me like 2 days to get 150. But all you get, this is like the when you die, it shows up with the sacrifice sign, and this is just the sacrifice thing. I took off all the armor just so you could see it. Yeah, it just shows up on the neck like that. And then this is just like a horse thing I don't care about. This is like a bag thing I don't care about. And this is like an emblem nobody cares about. So I'm probably not gonna get the last 3. It's like not worth the time. I literally had to like play for like 2 whole days, maybe 3 whole days just to get this stupid thing. Don't even like Griffith. Don't even care for the Skull Knight. All we care about is guts. um, but I also got like these claws that's part of the cosmetic. Looks kind of cool, but I'm not gonna pay for like the extra. This is the seasonal thing, and you get the claws. My God, my game lags. Yeah, you get all these things. You get horses. You can get these claws. They actually look pretty cool. And then you get this portal. Portals, I don't care. I usually don't do cosmetics, but I'm done with the game. And I even had this hammer that looks kind of cool. Um, but I could go to the armory. Oh, I got the 2 resplendent sparks, so I finally got. I may have gotten the ancestral or mythical unique, but I got the worst one. One of the worst one. Most of them are useless. But this Tyrell's Might armor is super defensive, and then The special effect is only at full life. Your skills unleash a divine barrage that does like no damage. 1,000. My blood wave does like 1.8 million. So what's 1,000 damage? It's so useless. It's only useful for leveling since it's a requirement of level 35. But it's account bound and I don't like it. The only thing I could use is maybe the shackle or the new armor. I don't know. But my build, the bloodwave build doesn't need it. I just need the pants. And then I put on another unique, this Gosling helm. I found it. It has a lot of cooldown. It has a lot of stats and damage to elites. And then it's really cool. It's against bosses. This affects triggers when dealing damage. So as long as you hit the boss, you do 57% more damage on here. So it's good for me as like a bossing build. And I don't know. I just like I didn't really optimize it. I just like I have like fire resistance and lightning resistance on here. And then boots has like impairment reduction and it's got the wrong enchantment. I don't know. I actually my first time leveling up my weapon to the max level. This is level 12 masterwork, and it got the wrong stuff. You're supposed I got the finality, which is probably the best for damage, and then it hit max life, which I thought was okay because it was also the ancestral boosted one. And then the last one hit the overpower, and then the last upgrade didn't even increase the damage. It was just like it didn't increase damage. My attack power didn't increase. Usually it does, but like this life until this is like the first two rings I found that was ancestral and somewhat usable. Crit damage. I don't know. Because of the power, seasonal power. Because this streak gives you 50% crit chance. So I'm at like 100% crit chance almost. Wait, I still have these things. Wait, I'm at 31 is in town. So 93.9 and 94%. I'm like 6% away, and I could just use the a potion to increase it to max, but that's not worth it. Like my overpower is like 8,000, or it's usually much higher when I'm in outside. It's so annoying. You have like outside and inside damage is different. 8,000 some, and it goes up to 18,000. See, now that looks for 18,000. But but even though my crit chance is like 94, like the blood mist gives me extra 15% if I use it, so I go over 100%. But I hardly ever use it. I use blood mist mostly for defensive. It makes me immune to everything for like 3 seconds. Um, my jewels are not perfect. It's too hard to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perfect topaz. So I just got 6 of the second level one. So the best one gives you 60 intelligence and stuff, and this one gives you 40. Um, and then I'm using like since I have so much crit chance, crit damage, and ultimate, I put the highest diamond, the highest emerald. So it's giving crit damage, ultimate damage. I put it skulls. This puts me just over 1,000 armor. I need 1,000 for the 85, but I just did this thing. The incense gives you extra. Somebody in town or at the raid world boss put it on me. But I like to stay at around 1,000 armor without any buffs because I get it's annoying to have to use all three of these. I don't even want to do it. Well, my aimless still has like shadow resistance, and I crafted total armor on there just to go to get to 1,000, and then it had like not the ideal enchants or upgrades. This has poison resistance, and then the ancestral thing is damage instead of like crit damage or overpower. Uh, this one hit impairment reduction, completely useless, and then I have such high movement speed that the implicit that gives me move speed doesn't really matter. I have like 150. Let me see how much is it in outside. It goes up to 182. 200 is the cap, so it doesn't even matter. Oh no, I'm dying. And the blood orbs heal you. So I was at like 182, but this gives me like all this extra move speed plus 125, which is useless because at 182 I can only, and the cap is 200. I only get 18%. So when I dash, there's like no difference in move speed. You just dash, it's only 18% extra. You slightly notice it. I sacrifice all these. This one gives me shell damage, Reaper shell. This is extra more overpower damage, and this is more crit damage. And then, I don't know. I just followed the Max Rolls guide kind of for the tree, kind of. Except I didn't get this. It's kind of annoying to keep track of 75 corpses, and then I stopped caring about HP because HP doesn't really matter. So I started going for like Dex for crit damage, and I just got like extra like overpower damage here. And then one thing is and I didn't see on Max Roll is that Bloodwave gets extra damage from more damage from damage while healthy and damage while fortify, but only at 30% bonus. So on my gloves, instead of like having blood overpower damage, I put on damage while fortify here, and this puts me at almost 200% with everything else combined. At 30%, so this gives me like almost 50% more damage on Blood Wave. Current bonus is 191. If I maxed out my paragons or glyphs on the paragon, it would max out. This one increases rare nodes, and the rare nodes gives me damage while fortified. And then there was another one here that increases magic nodes, and this one does damage while healthy. So that would increase the blood wave up to the 200%. But there's an armor here that's I could switch back. It's actually pretty cool. It shows you all like the legendary nodes I got, and then the paragon and the level of my glyphs and all my equipment. And then this was the minion build I saved in case I wanted to go back. Uh, yeah, minion build is cool. It was weird. I never I found these pants before I found the Mendel's ring, the summoner ring. If I had the ring, I would have continued playing the minion build. But I found these pants first, so I just kept doing it. I need to redo these, but I need to get it to roll extra on the chance for double damage. It's very noticeable when I do double damage. But I don't know. I'm done with the game. The season journey's done. The only thing, the behelits that you need for the Berserks thing, the elites and stuff, they only drop like one at a time. But I think the best way to get them is like you had to kill demons or bosses, and I think the Helltides are the best way to find them because they just kind of have like you just run around and try and kill the elites, and then when you spawn like the gauge, and then they're like chasing after you, and the big guy spawns. He also drops one. Sometimes the events will have big boss. Sometimes they just show around. Sometimes the meteor drops, and then the guy shows up. He might get one. But the monsters with like the big major bosses with like the HP bar will always drop one. But they also have like the super assassin boss that roams around the Helltide. He just roams around. He actually drops 3 behelits. It's kind of annoying. It shows up white like a material that your pet will pick up, but you have to actually click the behelit and then it'll pick it up. But the assassin inside the Helltide will actually drop, even though it says just behelit. Usually it's one, but when you pick it up, his drop 3 at a time. You get 3 at a time. And people say like I don't know Nightmare Dungeon. I don't know, but I think Helltide is the only way. I just been doing Helltide again to get them. But man, I spent way too much time playing this. I mean, I think you can actually see. Wait, hold on a second. Alright, my back. Alright. I was just gonna show you the emblems. I don't know, it's just like cosmetic stuff, it doesn't matter. Emblems even more useless. It's like a little picture you could put on your banner or whatever. I never looked at it until just now. Not worth the time. I don't think it's worth it. A lot of the complaints I had and on day one they fixed with like the reputation. So I put a lot into this, the reputation, but I think a day after, they increased everybody's increased amount of reputation you get. So it made it a lot easier to max out the seasonal progress. But even after the seasonal progress is maxed out, you can still gain reputation and you can get infinite amount of like these like treasure chests, like something like this. Not this one. This one I got from the tree, and then, so it's still useful at the end. I think I got this. I would get this immediately, and then the rest doesn't matter. I'll get this first, and then this. I got this last. This is okay. This is okay. You get so much abduct sight when you do Infernal Horrors that it's great. I've never maxed out masterwork my anything to 12 before because the last upgrade is like 2,000. It goes the last four is like 400, like 800, 1200, 1600, and like 2,200 or something. I don't know. It costs a lot. This is my first time ever maxing out, and I still have so much left over. Look at it, 13,000. My God, the most I've ever had was like 1,000, and I masterworked so many things before. It's crazy. Oh my God, I think I'm done. I don't even want to get farmed behelit anymore. I feel like oh, I forgot to show the cosmetic. That is such a ripoff. The cosmetic looks so cool. Looks so cool. But it costs 2,800, which is $25. 2,800, $25. It's the same. It's a linear increase. It's not actually extra. So all six of these, $150 for all six of these, and of course, none of them really mattered except for this one. Still, $25. That's like half the price of the game. I don't know. I'm really mad about how much the cost and stuff. I mean, I would not even if it was like less, I probably would not buy it. I didn't even buy the expansion. Nobody likes this guy. Nobody knows what this guy does. This is just the equipment. It's not even the character. But it's cool that they have this his crossbow and his armor and his knives on his armor. Horse, don't care. I can't believe this thing even made it into the game. This thing's so stupid. All that matters is this guy's guts armor, berserk armor, and the dragon slayer sword. Oh man, I can't wait to read it again. All right, long video. My God. All right, see y'all.